everybody. My last video had me reminiscing about how I started my small business reselling vintage books. So, this is going to be a chatty walk down memory lane type video. This is not me giving advice, just my story, how I found myself selling books. It's actually not what I set off to do in the very beginning. I actually wanted to make a living as an artist. I've always dreamed of being a famous writer. It's crazy that I actually never thought to have my own bookstore sooner, because that's every writer's dream job. So I got into business through my crochet. I've been crocheting for a long time, and eventually someone offered to pay me to make them something. And so I started selling crochet head warmers and wrist warmer or gloves, these sets. And I really was obsessed with crochet. I really was. Etsy became a place where I could explore making my own brand, but also helped me grow as an artist. As I started designing and sharing my own patterns, I felt more confident in myself. And looking back, there was so much experimenting, and I grew so much as a photographer too. I love my flat lays. It was when I got into an accident 6 years ago and I couldn't crochet anymore that I had to find something else that I could make. And so I kind of fell into paper crafts, like paper collage and mixed media art. And I found resin, and I thought it would be easy, but there was definitely a learning curve and it's expensive to get into. And to go with my shop aesthetic, I sold books I found at the thrift store that other artists would feel inspired by. So I slowly started incorporating more books, and what I noticed is the revenue is coming from the book sales. You have to chase the money, and I couldn't resist other books like newer bestsellers. So sadly, my art wasn't selling. Not surprising. A $17 resin bookmark and a $25 book necklace. But the vintage books, that was a different story. I started a whole new Instagram account to start selling directly the books, and I actually met so many wonderful other booksellers this way, who I still talk to this day. Highland Brook Books is a bookshop made by a poet for poets. My business colors were yellows, oranges, browns, the color of fall. I was making watercolor bookmarks to go with orders. My logo was a frog inspired by the poem my shop was named after. I felt like I discovered a secret because no one seemed to be doing this. And that was when media mail was $2.80 a pound. I would get books for free, and I'm talking about maybe 4 books for a quarter. So I was starting to make money. It was a nice side hustle. I was picking up books from estate sales and library sales, and just I didn't even have a vehicle, and I couldn't believe how many books I was able to source within a mile radius. I felt like, again, I just discovered this huge secret. And when I started selling clothes to go with Highland Brook Books, it was really a response to make more money at one time, have faster sales, and because the media mail prices were increasing. Fast forward, and I discover reselling YouTube, uh, and I joined eBay. I learned about sell through rate, how to manage my inventory and source better. I really was just watching a lot of yard sale reselling, like where people go and actually source. And then I started watching like the educational side of the reselling YouTube. And now I'm narrowing on books and expanding Hyla Brook books to include journals and other stationery. I have so many ideas already, like in a journal, and I waited a whole year with these ideas before I started the Frugal Fairy YouTube channel. And that was like an introduction to this little subset to Hyla Brook books. Like, I imagine Hyla Brook Books like an umbrella, and it has Belle Resells, which is like a behind the scenes, and then a Frugal Fairy, which is going to be more about budgeting and accounting and stationery. And then I do want to revive my Hyla Brook Books YouTube channel just to do reading, and I have been able to read a lot more. So yeah, I was really feeling like this channel was going to be the channel. I knew what I was going to do this time. But with Belle Resells, I didn't care about a following. I just wanted to make friends. But with the Frugal Fairy, I was like, I'm going to make it to 1,000, and I'm going to get monetized in 6 months. And yeah, I was making plans months ahead when I broke my wrist, and now everything has come to a halt. So I'm really missing everything, and I'm going through these like emotions, and I'm just kind of remembering how I all got here, how this all started. For me, this is also about going back to what inspired Hyla Brook Books. It's not just the books, and I know I've always been a really sentimental reseller. The last line of the poem is my business slogan. We love the things we love for what they are. So I really hope you guys continue to follow my small business journey. I'll try to make another video soon. Don't go anywhere. Till we meet again. Bye, everybody.